hand. Coach, whenever you're ready.
First of all, I have the utmost respect for David Cutcliffe. He's a heck of a football coach and a fabulous person. And, I know that that's a good football team, and he'll get that team where there's no doubt in my mind that they're going to be a bowl team. It was a really, really good effort by our young men, and they really pulled together. Obviously, by my voice cracking right here, I don't have much of it left. There was a celebration in there, and then it's just one game. That's all it is, one football game. But how important a football game it was to us was extreme based off of the things that have gone on in the last 2 weeks. So I'm really excited for them. I'm really excited that they have the experience of winning again. This game is so difficult, and winning and losing is so small. It's so small. And for them to have an opportunity to play a game and to win the game the way they did is really, I lost my track of words because I started looking around and seeing what people predicted the score of this game was going to be. So I apologize for losing my train of thought because those reporters and what the score is going to be. But I'm really excited for the young men. And it was a fabulous effort. Hats off to the defense, Coach Standard. Nice job. And we'll move forward, till next week. And we'll see how it goes. Questions?
Josh?
Dino, was there a time, you mentioned the last 2 weeks obviously kind of being tough for a little bit, at what point over the last 2 weeks did you feel like maybe the mood at practice changed and the mood in the locker room changed, or was there kind of something that you felt like you guys were going to come out and play a lot better today?
We kept saying that practice was good. I thought that the way we handled it that Sunday after the Boston College game of just telling the kids exactly what was going on. They didn't have to read any newspaper articles or go to the internet. This is what's going on. This is what we're going to do. And, hats off to them being mature enough to handle it and say, okay, well, this is what we're going to do because this is what we can handle and this is what we can't handle. And the practices were good, but we've had good practices before. But for me to sit here and say, hey, I knew it was different, it was good practices. We've had good practices and loss, and we had good practices for the last 2 weeks, and we had a really big win. They're hard to judge sometimes, young people.
Steven?
In your Perry's Ice Cream Scoop with Matt Park, you discussed about removing conflict from the defense and allowing them to play more freely. Obviously had 3 straight turnovers. What does that mean? Can you explain kind of how you removed that conflict, and did you see changes you put in that defense the last 2 weeks playing out today?
Again, you can't change much of the defense. So that's a true statement. I'm not going to.
Sure.
You really can't. You've been practicing something for a long period of time. What you can do is, I know you play chess, Stephen. I know you do. To me, when you play chess, it's such a complicated game, and the start of the game is really complicated. So you get yourself 2 or 3 opening moves that you want to start with, and you open with those moves, and then you start the game. And even though it's complex, you make the game simpler because you don't have to think about the openers. I felt that the game was a little bit simpler, and we've had some success. Now you got to understand something. Duke didn't know what we were going to do. Okay, so that's a huge advantage for us. And next week, they will. And we won't have that advantage any longer. So we'll have to see how it goes. But for this week, it really worked out extremely well.
When you talk about maybe some early game surprises, was there stuff on defense, or are you more referring to attrition in the slot and flipping service and better?
About all that stuff. We did some things that are really subtle, that are different, and now people are going to be able to adjust to it. Yes, sir.
So now that all the trained eyes and the other teams know what you did different defensively, what did you do different defensively?
I think the main thing is we kind of eliminated some complexities and let the guys really play instead of trying to be perfect. Let energy and enthusiasm cover some things instead of trying to be exactly right.